Now, you know what's crazy? Is a lot of people who find themselves in prison don't really understand that it is a dangerous environment all the way until you're actually out them exit gates. It's crazy because you may think just because your sentence is up that everything's cool and kosher. You know, that they can't allow something to happen to you. Yeah, maybe, you know, legally wise, they're not allowed to let anything happen to you if they hold you, you know, later than they should. But doesn't mean they can't do it and get away with it. For this video here, I'm going to be talking about how an inmate was supposed to be released, but he found himself getting into a whole lot more just because they didn't release him in time.
Same time of the week, better be there. Have my people send a message, make sure that it's there. Time for me to collect, bring the shit over here, cause you can tell that my face don't make me come over there. I'll run up in your room, put my shank in your neck, swear to God I wet you up, better show me respect. I'm hitting licks like nut, break bread with dogs. Putting on for each side, Davey, this Kfrog, it's a robbery. Heard what I said, I got some names I won't say. Most of them dead, for that tune you get there's a price on your head. Take the shit out your locker, throw it all on my bed. You got a daughter back you up, on care but you click. 2 lockers to fit both y'all shit. See me in the cut jamming, smoking the rip, getting tighter with the money that your people are sent. See on the streets I would've bust you, but in prison I come cut you.
What's up, y'all? You already know, man. Kfrog TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and also make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back, y'all. If this is your first time tuning in over here to Kfrog TV. My name's Frog, and almost everything I talk about is either jail or prison related, because I want people to know what it's truly like if they find themselves on the other side of the system. I do not, you know, condone going to prison. It isn't cool. I don't want people to think I'm promoting it. Is it something like you should do in life? But if you find yourself there, hopefully, you know, majority of my videos can help you on a day-to-day basis with the things you might experience on the other side of that gate. For this video here, I'm going to be talking about how an inmate, you know, was supposed to go home. So he found himself, you know, digging a deeper and deeper hole because he felt like since he was supposed to go home, he was entitled. You understand? I'm going to let you know people get away with breaking the law all the time. Not just felons, not just convicts, but guards also. All right? Now, this inmate, since he was supposed to be released, you know, he felt like disrespecting an officer. And the officers felt like, you know, we got something for his ass. You know what I'm saying? And I still remember this day perfectly clear. Everybody's hanging out in the dorm, vibing. And next thing you know, this inmate's walking around the dorm, smoking. You know, like right in the open. For anybody who's been to prison, you know how it is when it comes to, you know, wanting to smoke your little cigarettes or your, you know, your K2, your Tunchi stuff, or whatever it is. You know, everybody that smokes is normally like in the cut, ducked off, in the room with a sheet up, or, you know, out of sight, out of mind. You know, they try to like enjoy theirs. You get what I'm saying? This inmate here just straight up sparked the cigarette and was looking dead at the guard. And the guard went to banging on the glass because I was in an open bed this time. So you got the officer station, which is like a glass bubble that watches 2 dorms. It'll be side 1 and side 2, you feel me? And he just felt like since he was supposed to be released that day that he was gonna spark up right in front of the guard. So he sparked up right in the middle of the damn dorm like it was nothing, and the guard went to banging on the glass. So of course, when you hear banging on the glass, they don't allow inmates to touch that. So when you hear boom, 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 everybody in the dorm can't help but to stop what they're doing and look. You know, because you know it's a guard that's doing that. You understand? So when everyone looks, the guard's pointing at him and yelling at him. And he literally, as he's trying to spark this cigarette right in the open, he looks at the guard and he shoots him the middle finger. You know what I'm saying? Now, I understand because he was, you know, already throughout that day, he was already bitching and complaining that he was supposed to be released, that he shouldn't have been there no more. You understand that? He should have been home. They should have released him yesterday. They should have, all this stuff like that. Which technically, yeah, they probably should have. You understand? But it's more like, I understand they may be in the wrong with the, you know, the whole release process or whatever. But he's still wrong for doing that. All right? Especially when, you know, when you think like a convict. All right? So by him doing that, the guards coming there about 6, 7 deep. You know, he felt like, you know what? You know, they came in there about 6, 7 deep. He thought there was nothing they could do to him because technically he's free. And by law, they're supposed to get you away from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? If they do keep you later than they're supposed to put your ass in the box or something and just keep you, you know, secluded. You feel me? Just until, for your own, you know, safety and protection. Because if something happened to you, like someone stabbed you and ended up, you know, flatlining you or whatever it is, the day after you were supposed to be released, then you know your family's looking at a major lawsuit. So they didn't do that with this guy, though, you know. And him disrespecting the guards, they came in, like I said, 6, 7 deep, and decided to shake down the dorm, right? They grabbed him, put him inside the laundry room. For anybody who's been in open bay, y'all know how the laundry room is. If not, I'll explain a little bit. You got the officer's booth, like I was saying, with guard, you know, side 1 and side 2 on both sides. The back door that they usually walk through to go to either side 1 or side 2 is considered the laundry room. Depending on what institution you're at, inside of that room, there would be cubbies all on the wall, like with bunk numbers, you know, and normally they'll put stuff in there, and, you know, when they do laundry, you could walk up and they'll go to your cubby and they'll grab and give you whatever's yours. You understand? Some places do the cubby, some places don't. But the laundry room is like the divider in between the 2 dorms, you know? And they put him in there and they decided to flip the dorm now because of the smoke. You see, he brought drama and he brought police officers, you know, prison guards amongst the dorm. He made it to where the dorm was not hot. So the guards flipped the dorm and everything like that, piss off all the inmates. We're all sitting there mad as hell. I remember I was sitting there like this, watching them, and I'm like, damn, they're gonna flip my bunk, they're gonna do this. And of course, when they did it, they went a severe route with it. They didn't just majorly look. They made it to where you're pissed at them. You get what I'm saying? You're mad at what they're doing. But at the same time, that inmate caused it. You know what I'm saying? So they flipped our dorm real bad at that moment, all because of that inmate. Everybody was pissed, mad, and they didn't let us know that he wasn't released yet. You know, we thought that they took him about the dorm and then came after us for the consequences and repercussions of his actions. But in all reality, he's in the laundry room. So by him being in the laundry room, you know, he's walking around in that motherfucker. You know, the guards told us this after the fact, that he was walking around in there, you know, like he didn't care that everybody was getting, you know, flipped, shake down or anything like that. You know, it's different if people, you know, participate in what you got going on, or if they're aware of what you got going on and they didn't have a problem with it, you know, and then they get shaken down because then they know, you know, you charge it to the game. You get what I'm saying? Like if people know you and this other inmate are arguing and they play a part and they didn't stop it during the argument, or if they're in the middle, like antagonizing, going back and forth, trying to, you know, and make people get mad at each other even more and more, you know, they're kind of like boosting the situation, and then a shakedown happens because y'all get in a fight. Them dudes were technically with it, you know, they were involved. They could have stopped the situation and they didn't. Instead, they just sat back, or like I said, they kind of like, you know, boosted the situation. You feel me? So they got to charge it to the game if they get a shakedown for y'all boys fighting. But at this particular thing, everybody wasn't with what he got going on as far as, you know, smoking and disrespecting the guards. So after the shakedown, everybody's pissed, mad, you know. And you think about it, there ain't nothing you could do, you know. Damn dude's only thinking about himself. He ain't thinking about nobody else in the dorm. Little do you know, them guards walked in there after they shook us all down. And I remember picking my shit up. Everybody's picking their stuff up. Looked like a tornado just hit the dorm. You know, and as the guards are all walking out into the laundry room, all of a sudden we hear him yell saying, "Oh, get out there. That's your problem. That's your problem now. You get out there. That's your problem." And I remember looking up as I was folding one of my shirts. I remember looking up and looked over. And sure enough, boy, the whole dorm was like, "Oh yeah," that got real loud, like a cafeteria. How it sounds when you go in a cafeteria in a school when you're a kid. That's how loud it got inside of this dorm. And he was like, "I ain't going out there. I ain't going out there." Like, nah. And then they shut him out, shut the door, and had his ass to where he was right there where the open bay bathroom was. He was locked out of the laundry room. And best believe, me, I know shakedowns come with, you know, prison. So at the end of the day, you know, I wasn't really that pissed. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really my, you know, doing of wanting to attack this inmate over this situation. Now, if I would have got something knocked off, you know, or if they would have found something they shouldn't have found, if I would have went to confinement, then it is what it is. But my shit was just roughed up a little bit. I didn't get the worst of the shakedown. You get what I'm saying? So it really didn't matter to me. And there's already like 8 dudes that want to whoop this dude's ass. So what's me doing? You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, everyone makes their way towards the bathroom. And he tried to cop please. "Oh man, I'm supposed to be released yesterday and this and that, man." And You know, my people's looked it up, man. I don't have no warrant. I don't have no hold. I don't this and that. You know, he was trying to explain all he could. You feel me? And then he starts telling us how his PIN number was already deactivated, so he couldn't call home no more. You feel me? Because he's supposed to be considered released. His family says that his name ain't coming up online no more inside of the Florida DOC website. Like, it shows he's released. He's not even in their system no more, but in all reality, he's still in here. He said he had to get their attention some way, but some dudes wasn't feeling that. So all the people that surrounded him inside the bathroom, the prison guards were right there in the bubble watching it all go down. One dude walked over there and smacked him in the head, and when he smacked him in the head, he put his hands up like to curl his head, because he thought everybody was going to jump him. And when he put his hands up from getting smacked in the head like this, another inmate must have thought he was throwing his setup. Another inmate just started whooping him, jumped on him, started beating him. Then, of course, it's the domino effect. Once one jumps on him, the other one jumps on him, the other one jumps on him. And about 4 or 5 people stomped him, beat his ass real bad inside that bathroom. And the prison guards were just standing there like this, all on the glass, watching it all go down. Basically saying, y'all do y'all's part. We just did that because of him. He felt like he was entitled to get released. He gets released when we can get to it, or who knows what the backup procedure was, or what was taking the process so long. But at the end of the day, he still felt like, since he was a free inmate and did his time, that he could do whatever he wants. And I tell you what, at the end of the day, they were wrong, for not releasing the man when he should have been released. You get what I'm saying? If you ask this dude to be released on the 28th, your ass should be released on the 28th, not the 29th at 1 in the morning, or the 29th at 2 in the morning. You get what I'm saying? So I understand. He was, and the very next day, his release date was, say, the 12th. It was already the middle of the day on the damn 13th. You see, so he had a reason, you understand, to be mad. He had a reason to, but there's other ways he could have went about it. You feel me? He could have did anything else that would have just brought the tension amongst himself, not the dorm. You get what I'm saying? What he could have did is, he could have waited till they popped the doors for chow or any type of movement. And he could have just walked out of the dorm and went straight to the center gate where, like, you walk through to go to the other side of the compound. And he could have just sat there and said he ain't moving. He's supposed to be released until they get the warden. Or walk to the warden's office. He could have did anything to where it could have just been on him. But instead, he felt like he had the right, and he wanted to, be an asshole towards the guards, hit them with the middle finger, and think there's nothing you could do to me. Yeah, maybe not, dumbass, but you're in a dorm with, let's say, 100 people, and you're smoking. Tobacco's not allowed, so obviously there's tobacco in this dorm. You see, so you kind of like, he brought the heat, you know what I'm saying, to the dorm. So I feel like he was right for being mad. The guards were wrong for, not releasing him or putting him on his own or putting him somewhere to where he was away from everybody or whatever it may be. But at the same time, he did it the wrong way. And I will say this, they both had their rights, they both had their wrongs. I feel like he was wrong for the way he acted, in order to get the guards' attention. Just like the guards were wrong for not having him released or whatever prior to that. But I feel like the guards were right for handling it the way they did. You understand? As far as letting the inmates handle it. You see, that's where I feel like they were right. He got what he deserved. Because sometimes people do stuff and they have a legitimate reason behind it, good legitimate reason of why to do it, but they do it the wrong way. And that's what it was in his case, you see. So me being able to witness that and see how he still got dealt with and beat down real good, literally when he should have been released, made me look at it like and understand, your ass ain't safe, boy, until you were out them gates. Sometimes your ass still ain't safe. You know how it is out here on the streets. But at the same time, I wanted to make this video to let y'all know, don't ever do what that dude did. Don't think just because they're supposed to release you, they didn't release you yet, that you could do whatever you want. Because at the end of the day, they're just going to take it out on everybody who is not leaving. And some people, ain't going to be able to, bite their tongue and sweep it under the rug as easy as others. Some people are going to want to put their hands on you. Some people might stab you over this situation. You see people who get short time, they're closer to going home than others. They carry themselves totally different. They might have 8 years to do, right? First 7 years, They walk around with their tail tucked. Totally different. They're in line with everything they do. Next thing you know, they get down to that last year, you'll notice they're getting a little more sloppy. They're starting to feel themselves. They feel like the system can't hold them. Boy, yeah, who won? I'm the one going home now. And then they act different. They get more disrespectful towards guards. They throw little slick comments out there towards other inmates as they're, because they're feeling comfortable. I want y'all to know that can lead to something happening to you. You understand? There's a lot of people in prison that ain't coming home. And there's a lot of people that hate to see people go home, and especially hate people that act like they're better than people because they're going home. You understand? You're supposed to keep that shit to yourself. You don't want everybody to know you're going home soon, and definitely be able to tell by the way you're carrying yourself now. You understand? And that inmate right there, that's what he did. You see, he literally just brought the heat right to the dorm, all because of his issue. You understand? And you got to think about it. Everything gets judged as a group, as a whole. You understand? Like if you're in a dorm and two people fight, right? They might make it to where no canteen now for this dorm. See? They charge the whole dorm as a whole. What them two dudes did, their actions and repercussions, is going to affect on everybody else. So being an inmate, being a convict, you know this. You get what I'm saying? So any other time during the year, his ass wanted to walk and spark that shit right in front of the guard and flip the guard off. Why? Because he knows them boys would have tried to kill him for bringing the police in here like that. You know what I'm saying? So why do it now? Because you know you was going home. You thought you was in the clear. You thought you was just going to escape and make it out with no problems, with nobody touching you. Nobody could touch you. Nobody could do nothing to you, because if they do, the prison will be sued, yada, yada, yada. Which, yeah, that could be the case. But this wasn't. The guards do foul shit too. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I like the way they handled it. Yeah, I understand they did the shakedown, which I didn't really like. They did the shakedown, but like I said, they didn't really flip my shit that bad. But at the same time, I get why they did the shakedown. That was to build everybody's anger towards this inmate. They wanted him to get his ass whooped, just to show him, like, look, at the end of the day, you think that you're going to bring us in here like this to try these fellows because you're going home? And they knew what he just did was flawed. What he did was wrong. So they wanted his ass to be dealt with. And them boys jumped him, beat his ass. He was screaming, crying inside the damn open bay shower, talking about, this is bullshit, I shouldn't be in here, and everything like that, looking all painted up, feel me, ickied up, bleeding and shit. Everyone left him alone, went to their bunk, sat down, but the guards allowed it. You see what I'm saying? And then, of course, when it came time for him to get released, he was screaming, saying the guards let these dudes jump him, yada, yada, yada. Then the white shirts, which are the captains, go to questioning the guards. The guards are like, nah, something must have happened to them that we didn't see. So many people get stabbed and beat up all the time, and that shit just... But I tell you what, that inmate will always remember what happened. His very extra day he did inside a prison, you see? Just to show you, boy. Can't always get away with it and leave bad, situations on other people. And that's what he thought. You feel me? So I wanted to come on here and share it with y'all and let y'all know it ain't over until it is over. You understand? I don't care if you got 15 minutes left. I don't care if they tell you pack it up, your peoples are out front. I don't give a damn if it's that and in the middle of packing your shit, or in the middle of carrying whatever you're leaving with, or walking up top to be released. You do anything dumb, I guarantee you, if them guards want to make your life miserable, they can. Say your peoples get there at noon and they're there to pick you up, and they tell you over the intercom, Harris, pack it up. You're EOSing. Next thing you know, boom, you pack all your shit, everything fine and dandy. You realize, oh, I got 5-6 cigarettes left. Okay, boom. I'm going to cuff them, and on my way to walking to up top to be released, any one of my homeboys I see walking, back and forth on the compound, I'm going to just bless them with a couple Cadillacs. That's what they call whole cigarettes. So say you're walking up top to be released, and you see one of your dogs, and you do the hand transaction and give him the cigarettes. Security 9 the officer sees you do that. Pulls him, catches him with them cigarettes. What you think they're going to do? They're going to go straight flip you. The dorm you just came from being, because you're getting released, and they're going to go straight to his dorm also. You feel me? Now it'd be different if you did it, low key. But if you just straight up like, hey bro, you want these cigarettes? I'm being released right in front of the guards. Like, that's a dickhead move. You see what I'm saying? Now you just left the heat on the next man, the next dorm. That's their problems. You feel me? And your ass will get dealt with, man. So I wanted to come on here and let y'all know. Like I said, It ain't over until it's over. Don't be a dumbass like this dude. You feel me? And if you seen something like this happen to somebody while you was locked up, or you heard about something like this while you was incarcerated, drop it in the comment section. Because trust me, I know this type of thing happens all the time. And if you're someone that did time before, then you know exactly the type of people I'm talking about that act totally different when their bid gets to the end. They carry themselves like, oh, I don't care, I go home soon. And that's one of the main things that get their face ripped open. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got for y'all today, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all enjoy the rest of your week. And like I always say, make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, and clout chasers out your circle. And until next time, this the one and only. I am my team, Frog.
I'm a criminal, I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though.
I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though. Cause I'm a criminal, yeah, I'm a criminal.